What is going on, you lovely ladies and gentlemen of the world? Today's a little weird, and let me explain to you why. I might be a tidbit drunk, which is unique for me, because I don't really drink anything ever. Like, that's the main thing. I have a variety of reasons for why I don't generally drink, but one of the main reasons is because I've never had anything alcoholic that I thought tasted good. And for me personally, like, if I'm gonna drink anything, if I'm gonna eat anything, like, it better fucking taste good. And and that still continues. But I had, what is this thingy? This thingy. You even, yeah, for the focus a little bit. It's Nick Offerman Lagavulin. It's Scotch whiskey. It's terrible. I shouldn't say that because that's terrible. Okay, wait, hang on. This Azrael's kind of popping off a bit right now. Also, I made a mistake with my chair, but I'll get into that in a bit. But I just bought it for shits and giggles because I've never had whiskey. That was a nice DP. That was a nice DP too. That's not a DP though, not anymore. They removed the invincibility of growlers, so it doesn't really count. But this bullet's actually about to win. Azrael's not dead yet. This does decent damage, but not that much. Nice throw. Okay, bullet. I'll continue after this because this bullet's actually kind of popping off. And it's very rare to see a bullet popping off. That was probably a mistake. I can't imagine they meant to do 2D there, given that Azrael was in the air. Whoa, you're dead. How'd that drop? Did he hold it for a little bit? Interesting. I mean, she was actually dead then. You cannot get hit by a 3D and expect to live afterwards. That is one of Azrael's strongest stars. Like, in terms of damage, I think the only thing that's going to wind up doing more damage is if you do a 5C fatal counter into, what's the move called? No follow-up? I don't know why I'm blanking on this. Nice. This is, like, both these players are kind of nice. I'm digging it. This is a good start. Crush counter. 5C fatal counter into crush counter is like the only starter that Azrael can get that's gonna do more damage than a 3D starter when they already have a low weak point. Nice cross up. Honestly, like, this adds a very nice 6B. Both these players are kind of clean. Like, this is a really nice replay to start with. I like both of these players. And now we're gonna go corner to corner. Oh, I feel that. That just hurt me to my soul. He had the upper weak point. He thought he was getting the 236D. Nope. Nope. The upper weak point wore off right when you went for it. Good burst. She was dead if she didn't burst. Ooh. Got him fooled. Unfortunately, couldn't hit. That was a pretty nice hit confirm. Like, this is a sick... I hope we're not setting the bar too high. Because honestly, this has been a really good match so far. Can I just end on that? Like, can I just not continue? There's no way that we are going to do better than that. That was kind of sick. Alright, so the chair thing first. We'll get into the drunk thing afterwards. I was trying to adjust my chair to be higher up because I noticed that, like, when I was sitting here at my desk, that I was a little bit uncomfortable in terms of the situation of, like, moving the mouse around. It wound up kind of like, it got uncomfortable after doing it for a long period of time. So I figured the main reason for that is because, like, my arm kind of has to angle a little bit upwards to reach my mouse, and so it would be better if I was sitting up higher, and then, you know, like, so that my arm was more angled downward. So I was hoping that, you know, my chair could lift up. So I spent like 5 minutes trying to lift my chair up, thinking that the little thing, the little toggle to move the chair up and down was broken. And I was just like, because I put the chair together myself, right? It didn't come completely pre-assembled. I had to put it together. So it was like, oh, god damn it. Like, did I really screw this up that badly? Am I really that stupid? I can't even put... That's so disgusting. That's so disgusting. Like, that cross-up is more disgusting than the heel, but these heels are hurting me inside. I hate Celica. Delete Celica. Delete Celica, delete Izanami, maybe delete 9. Oh, it was sick air throw. But anyway, I'm sitting here like, am I really that stupid? Did I really manage to fuck up the chair? And then after trying to get it to lift up for like, again, like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, whatever, I realized that it was at the highest it could go. And that, so like if I was, again, trying to do, well, I mean, I think I can do it right now, right? Like, whee! I can go lower, but the chair doesn't really go that high. This is actually like so uncomfortable. I feel like right now, where like if you're an adult sitting at the kids' table, right? Where you have like the tiny little chairs, the tiny little benches. That's what I feel like right now, because like my legs, I can't even really comfortably sit in this. Give me a second. Uh-oh, can I even stand up without falling down? Hiya! Up we go. So like I said, I'm a little bit drunk. I'm a lightweight overall. Like, not in comparison to other people, like just because of how big I am normally. That's actually one of the reasons why. I don't know if anybody would like listen to this reason and be like, yeah, that makes sense. But one of the reasons why I genuinely don't care, because like essentially the entire point of drinking alcohol is to more or less get drunk, right? Even if it's just to get a little bit tipsy, that's still the point in general, right? And so me being as big as I am, it's just gonna take more that was a nice tech. It's gonna take more alcohol to get me to that point than the majority of people. And I don't know if any of you have paid attention to this shit, but alcohol's expensive. So it's not worth like the money for me to try. Nice bat. Better reversal by Celica. But so anyway, like I said, I bought this Nick Offerman Lava Gulin, which I believe has 46%. Oh, and oh my god. I don't think it says it on the actual, oh it does. So it's 92 proof. 46% alcohol by volume. And it took like a good quarter of a bottle to get me to this point. To get me to where like, I'm not unaware of what's going on. It's actually I think kind of starting to wear off already. I'm not blackout. I mean, I would hope that a quarter of a bottle of whiskey wouldn't make anybody blackout drunk. But it was like, I was like a little bit tipsy. Where like, I'm aware that I'm definitely impacted by something out of my control. But it's not really going to prevent me from doing anything. It makes me a little bit weirder than usual. Which, to be fair, is very weird. Where was I going with that? I don't know. Anyway, let's enjoy this Ragna. This is how I expected. This is the same bullet player as earlier. This is how I expect bullet matches to go. It doesn't matter how good you are with bullet, especially against a character like Ragna, where you have this character who just... Like, Ragna's never been bad, right? He was broke. Was it Continuum Shift Extend when he was at his absolute best? Where he had the double belly edge combos, etc., that kind of stuff. Ragna's never been a bad character. He's always had the tools to at least be like upper mid tier at worst. And of course, now that I'm talking about this, he's getting absolutely bullied. But when you have a character like Ragna who just has extremely good neutral tools in general, and that's the one thing that Bullet is lacking, is that like her neutral is terrible. Probably the worst neutral in the game. Any of you have any arguments with that? Does anybody have worse neutral than Bullet? No, pretty slick. Good kill. I'm trying to think just off the top of my head. Because obviously the immediate comparison, I mean, I'm drawing from my own experience, right? But the immediate comparison is Azrael. Because that's Azrael's weakness as well, is that once he gets in and once he starts hitting you, Azrael is oppressive as hell. I wouldn't argue the most oppressive character in the game, but like top 5 for sure in terms of most oppressive characters in the game once he gets a hit on you. But that, I mean, and that's his, to account for him being that strong once he lands a hit on you, his neutral is pretty suspect. And it's kind of the same thing with Bullet, except Bullet is just worse in every capacity. Oh, that would have been sick if you, oh my god, what a cross under. He didn't get a decent chunk of health. Oh, never mind. He actually really didn't get any health back from that. Like, I honestly thought he would get more health back from all of that than he did. And now he's dead. Why did I think he was going to get more health back? Like, I was watching his health bar. I wasn't even watching the, like, obviously he kind of dropped the combo. But I was watching his health bar expecting it to go up, like, at least 10%, if not more than that. And it just stayed there. It went nowhere. That was really strange. You can enjoy this wonderful Susanoo gameplay show. I got, you know, the never-ending gacha grind going on in the background. So I'm being distracted. I apologize. I'll stop being distracted for the rest of this match. It's kind of weird though. Like the one thing, it's like I said, like the kind of the tipsiness is starting to wear off a little bit, but my jaw feels like a little numb, which is not something that I thought would be attributable to alcohol. But I mean, there's nothing else that it could be. So it's kind of weird that my jaw feels a little numb. I wasn't expecting that. That was really good. Nice throw, too. This is a lot of damage. You ever have that hipster kind of mentality about characters? It's like, if you remember, I played a little bit of Susanoo prior to him getting buffed in Central Fiction. Was it 2.0? Whatever they called it. And I actually liked him. I mean, he had very clear weaknesses. He definitely was not, like, he was a pretty weak character overall. But after his buff, like, everybody and their mother got a Susanoo. But I really like Susanoo's moveset. I really like how his just entire gameplay and work was nice to see. I just like him as a character. But that's the other thing too, is that like regardless of how much I like somebody as a character, if they become overplayed, I just dip instantly. Like, I don't want to be another one of the people in like the swamp of, you know, like Gordeau players in Unil or Susanoo players in, you know, this game. That's just something that I never want to be. If somebody's overplayed, I don't want to be part of that. But I really do like Susanoo. I think he's got a really interesting, like with the whole move unlock system, all of that. I think he's really interesting and really unique, and I like that. It's just unfortunate. It's not really so much anymore. Like, I would say he's not really any more played at this point than any other random character, but for a while after his buff, it was like, if I'm looking through replays and stuff, it's like every other high-level replay features Susanoo. It was so annoying. Now it's not as bad. Oh, nice 5B. Think you run this back? I mean, all it takes is one more hit. He has 100 meter. And he's going to get that hit. He's actually going to get that hit. Where was the 6B? I don't think this kills. I feel like if he went into... Oh, this might kill. Nope. Nope, you fucked up. You fucked up. You... Platinum fucked up. I feel like if he went into... So obviously the entire reason for that entire sequence was because Platinum had her burst, right? So he wanted to make it burst safe. He wanted to guarantee that he got the kill. But I feel like if you just went... You did 6B, you get the fatal counter, and then you instantly go into super, that might kill because of the additional damage that you get from fatal counter and the scaling. But that is, I mean, that is just pure postulation on my part. I can't say 100% whether or not that would have been the case. But definitely better than, like, that was one of the changes that Arc System Works made in subsequent versions of the game. Is that they heavily lowered the damage. Oops, shit. They heavily lowered the damage scaling that you get from throws in general. Like, I think that was kind of the Hakumen effect, right? For those of you that remember Hakumen in Chrono Phantasma initially, where like his entire game plan was to land an air throw on you, instantly cancel into overdrive, and then one-shot you. Right? Like, that was Hakumen's entire game plan in Chrono Phantasma. And so thanks to that, they nerfed the damage scaling on throws kind of across the board. So in general, going for throws isn't the best of ideas. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure if Jin was just mashing or what, but it was kind of weird that he got that wake up 5A and then he got punished for it. What he deserved, nice DP. Okay, let me stop paying attention to my gotcha bullshit. Let me pay attention to the replay. So what we're here for is the replay. I can come back to that at any point in time. That was a weird scramble. Couldn't have killed there? You have 64 meter. You didn't need to take that risk. Come on, Rachel. I'm always gonna be. That's one of the main things you always need to pay attention to when it comes to like people like me. You know, whether you're watching replays or you're a commentator, everybody has their biases. Everybody. And so I am going to judge players of characters that I hate far harsher than characters that I like. I mean, I guess I might be a bit of an anomaly, I think I actually judge people of characters that I hate and characters that I like equally harshly, and then characters like Jin, for instance. I don't give a shit about Jin. And so I don't really judge Jin players at all. But like, I judge Tager players and Azrael players really harshly in comparison to most people. At the same time, I also judge players or characters like Rachel or the Murakumo units extremely harshly because fuck those characters. I hate them. That was a really nice hit confirm though. I can't deny that was a sick hit confirm. That is one of the things I gotta give up to Rachel. Like, over all the characters that I dislike, I gotta give it to Rachel. When they know how to make use of the wind, that puts them on a different level, and I gotta respect that. Because a lot of Rachel players just don't use the wind very well. And so when I see somebody that does use it... Oh, nice. Didn't even have magnetism. That still worked. So when I see a Rachel player that does use wind even semi-decently, it's still kind of like... It still impresses me. Nice blocks. I was about to say, he should have held on to that Spark Bolt because it was pretty clear that the Jin was being super careful about it. And so when you see a player like that, that's one of the things that you should kind of, as a Tager player, if you're playing somebody you're not really, like well aware of, you don't know their habits, you don't know how they play in general, they don't know how you play in general, one of the main things that you should be looking for is how they change their game plan based on whether or not you have Spark Bolt. Because this Jin player basically entirely backed off and stopped trying to be offensive the second Tager got Spark Bolt. And so you should take advantage of that as a Tager player. You should be like, okay, they're scared of Spark Bolt now. Let me walk them down. I'm just gonna sit there and hang on to Spark Bolt. Because one of the main things you learn in like any game genre in general, it's not just fighting games. But when you have a tool like that that has a cooldown, the threat of that cooldown can be more important than actually using it. And that's the same thing with Tager as Spark Bolt. Where like people are well aware. See, like he just instantly used it. He got Spark Bolt, he got put into block stun. The second he was out of block stun, he threw it out. You don't do that. You don't need to do that. Use the threat of it to give yourself a massive advantage elsewhere. Oh. There are a lot of cases. Nice rapid cancel. For not you. Okay, that was unnecessary. There are a lot of cases for not using Gadget Finger, like especially thanks to Central Fiction, how hard they nerfed Gadget Finger, which is still just was such an unnecessary nerf to the character. Nice by the. Oh, that's right, I forgot. I'm so used to fighting unlimited Mars Jin that I was like, wait, where's the rest of the animation? But yeah, use the threat of the tool to give yourself an advantage elsewhere. Because he's clearly scared of the Spark Bolt, right? I didn't even notice. I wasn't even paying attention that this was the same. If I had seen that this was another Jin versus Tager, I would have looked at another replay real quick. Nice deck. But yeah, use that threat to be able to walk them down and make them, you know, like, suddenly they have to be scared in neutral. And most characters don't. Nice hit. Oh my god, what a hit confirm. Normally, most characters don't have to give a damn about Tager in neutral. They can kind of just run the game and do whatever the hell they want. But once Tager has Spark Bolt, I am loving this Tager right now. Like, I'm actually genuinely in love right now. This Tager is sick. He has not. Okay, well that fucked up. But he has not missed a single hit confirm. What? Enjoy. I'm not gonna say a god. Enjoy. I'm not gonna say a single fucking word. Okay, he fucked that up. He could have gotten 1,000 more damage there. That's the first time he's fucked up. He has not gotten thrown once. He's teched every throw. No fuck.